Ever wondered how the Munsters' journey began? Well, let's rewind to the original, unaired 1964 pilot episode. Picture this. The episode was shot in full color, a rarity for the time. The mother role wasn't yet Lily, it was Phoebe, brought to life by the talented Joan Marshall, and who can forget David Derman? He donned the iconic widow's peak and played the role of Eddie Munster. Yet, despite the initial burst of color, the makers decided to switch gears. The rest of the series was shot in black and white. Why, you ask? To save money, of course. But more than that, the monochrome palette added an extra layer of eeriness, enhancing the horror ambiance that the Munsters are so famously known for. From color to black and white, the Munsters surely knew how to set the mood. Imagine if the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz was a Munster. Yes, you heard that right. Bert Lahr, the actor who played the Cowardly Lion, was actually offered the role of Grandpa Munster. Now that would have been something. But the casting surprises don't end there. Bill Mumy was considered for the role of Eddie Munster, and John Carradine, known for his work in horror and Western films, was offered the role of Herman Munster. Can you imagine Herman Munster with a cowboy hat riding into the sunset? And here's a fun fact for you. Al Lewis, who played Lily's father, Grandpa, was actually a year younger than Yvonne DiCarlo, who played Lily. Isn't it amusing how casting can play with our perceptions of age? The Munsters could have had quite a different face, don't you think? Life is full of could-have-beens, and the Munsters is no different. You know them as Munsters, but who were they really? These beloved characters were brought to life by truly talented individuals, each with their own unique story. Take Fred Gwynne, for instance, the actor who portrayed Herman Munster. Outside the world of the Munsters, Gwynne was a man of many talents. He attended Harvard, where he was president of the renowned Harvard Lampoon, and even drew cartoons for them. But his creativity didn't stop there. Gwynne went on to become an accomplished artist, authoring and illustrating several children's books. Now let's turn the spotlight to Al Lewis, who played Grandpa. Lewis had an interesting journey with his character's look. Initially, Grandpa was given a prosthetic nose, but it was ultimately eliminated after a few episodes. Apparently, Lewis kept getting it, and it became more trouble than it was worth. Even Munsters have a life outside the haunted house. What's a haunted house without a spooky cuckoo clock? Indeed, the Munsters' abode wouldn't be complete without its iconic timepiece. This isn't your standard cuckoo clock, as it contains a raven that shouts nevermore. This is a clever nod to Edgar Allan Poe's famous poem, The Raven. And the voice behind this ominous bird, none other than the legendary Mel Blanc, known for voicing some of the most iconic cartoon characters of all time. Now let's shift our attention to the lovely Marilyn Munster. An interesting tidbit about this character is that she was portrayed by two actresses. The original Marilyn was played by Beverly Owen, who asked to leave the show after just 13 episodes. She was replaced by Pat Priest, who continued to bring the character to life for the rest of the series. In the Munsters' house, even time tells a spooky tale. The Munsters' legacy extends beyond the haunted house. Their iconic hot rod car and Grandpa's Dragula were creations of George Barris, a mastermind also behind the Batmobile from the 1966 Batman series. The story behind acquiring a casket for Dragula is a curious tale, where Barris had to resort to leaving money in an envelope to secure a broken casket from a funeral parlor. On another note, Al Lewis, who played Grandpa, once ran for governor of New York in 1998 as the Green Party candidate, securing a respectable 52,000 votes. He later capitalized on his Munster fame by opening a restaurant in Greenwich Village, featuring a logo drawn by none other than Fred Gwynne, who played Herman Munster. The cast also appeared in a commercial for Cheerios cereal, stretching their influence into the realm of advertising. And let's not forget Charles and Sandra McKee, who recreated the Munsters' house down to the last detail. From hot rod cars to politics, the Munsters' influence truly knows no bounds.